guys, it is Tech Game Boy in the gaming house today. Today we're going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of the Sony PS Vita. Let's go ahead and get started. Now the first advantage about the Sony PS Vita is the touchscreen. I thought that was very innovative with what they did, because it's kind of like the DS. How they added touchscreen to portable systems is kind of like a smartphone. I thought that was pretty cool, because it gives you the feel of a smartphone but also a game system. So you can kind of interact more with things, touching them. Instead of using buttons all the time, but it is difficult sometimes using touchscreen, like when playing emulators on your phone. That is pretty annoying because I know you have to use the touchscreen buttons, but you know, touchscreen up here is pretty cool. Using games like Little Big Planet, it does come in handy in Injustice. When you have certain things in story mode, there'll be certain cutscenes where you have to flick the screen. Like, for example, when you're fighting Bane with Batman, you'll flick the screen and throw batarangs at him during the cutscene. But let's move on to the next advantage. Now, you might be wondering why I'm tilting my PlayStation Vita. The reason why is this advantage applies with the slim PS Vita. I really like this little port you see right here in between the two screws. That's the charger. And I really like that they did that because it is very similar to the phone charger. So if you lose the charger to the PS Vita, you can use your smartphone charger or your phone charger. It's compatible with it, and I thought that was very cool because since the fat one charger was only compatible with the PS Vita, but now this new charger is compatible with phones. So either if you lose your phone charger, you can use your PS Vita charger, charge your phone, or if you lose your PS Vita charger, you can use your phone charger, charge your PS Vita. And I thought that was pretty cool. So let's move on to the next advantage. Now, the next advantage, which is pretty cool, is the built-in mic. As you guys can see, that is where the volume comes out and that is where the mic is also. So you don't have to buy a mic with the PlayStation Vita. It's already built in. And I thought that was pretty cool. So when you join in parties, you can already, you know, have the mic built in the system, and you don't have to buy a separate mic. And I thought that was pretty cool. So let's move on to the next one. Now, the next cool advantage I thought, guys, was that you're able to check your email, your calendar, take photos, record videos, and you're also able to listen to music and use Near. Now, for you guys who do not know what Near is, or don't have the PS Vita and know what Near is where you can locate people who have the PS Vita around you, within a mile radius, 5-mile radius, whatever, around your neighborhood. And it's pretty cool because you can have a friend or someone around your neighborhood you might not know, it could be new, have the PlayStation Vita and connect with them. And I thought that's pretty cool. But I thought that was really cool, so let's move on with the next one. Now, guys, let's go ahead and start with the disadvantages. There are tons of advantages with it, but these are the main ones I want to go over that don't have to do with the games. These are just within the PS Vita, you know, just main screen or whatever. But let's move on with the main disadvantages to number one. The number one disadvantage about the PlayStation Vita is its battery life. It only has a 6-hour battery life, and I think with the Slim, it increases by an hour. But that's a pretty small battery life. It reminds me of a laptop, and it's kind of annoying because I have to keep it on the charger a lot when I'm at home. Because I play my PS Vita for hours sometimes, 8-9 hours, even 10 sometimes, and I need to keep it on the charger. I thought that was annoying sometimes, but that is one disadvantage. Let's move on with the next one. The other disadvantage about the PS Vita is this only applies to the Slim. Even though with the Slim, I think it weighs 20% less and it's thinner by 15%, something like that. Even though there are a lot of things they improved with the Slim version, the screen was sacrificed. The fat screen was a lot better with this OLED screen. The Slim screen is a LED, which is not as good as the OLED, and it's less saturated. So the colors are not as vibrant, and I really noticed that when I compared them. Even though I've never had a fat, I compared them at GameStop and I saw the difference. But let's move on with the next disadvantage. Now, the next disadvantage about the PS Vita, which might only apply to some of you guys, is that if, let's say, you have a brother or sister or some family, for example, you have a dad, and he has a separate PlayStation profile than you do, or you're just his sub account, and he bought a PlayStation 1 classic, for example, Crash Bandicoot Resident Evil 2, and you wanted those games on your PlayStation Vita because since PlayStation 1 classics are compatible with the PlayStation 3, 4, PSP, and PS Vita, you cannot get his classics because they are only compatible with his profile, and I really thought that was really dumb decision with the PS Vita, that in order to get something, you have to have it on the same profile. So I thought that was a real disadvantage to the PlayStation Vita. And the last main disadvantage, which I know all of you guys out there with the PlayStation Vita will agree with, is the memory card. I know all you guys are out there like, yes, acknowledge that, because that is annoying. The memory cards are outrageously expensive. They cost way too much, and they're only exclusive to the system. So it's not like you can use a micro SD card with it, which I thought was really dumb. There's a memory card specialized for the PS Vita you have to buy for it. I will compare it, so I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm about to compare the memory cards. Let me just take this out the package right quick. So here are both of them right here. As you can see, this is an 8GB PS Vita memory card, and this is a micro SD adapter. Itself inside, and somehow this is not compatible when obviously they're pretty much the same size. Look at this. You can barely even tell I have it underneath it, and somehow it's not compatible with this. Very stupid in my opinion, and that was a dumb decision on the PlayStation's part, Sony's part. I don't know what they were thinking, but the prices are outrageous. The 4GB one is $14.99. The 8GB one is $21.99. If you have the Pirates War card, you get it for $19.99, which I have the Pro one, so I got it for $19.99. Let me look up how much the 16 and 36 are. I'm sorry, I meant 36. But from looking up on the internet, it seems like the prices, if you guys can see that, it says the 16GB PlayStation memory card is $39.99 and the 32 is $79.99. Now that's outrageous. For one, the prices are ridiculous, and for two, it is specially made for the PS Vita, so you can't use any other type of memory card out there. That was a good side on Nintendo's part for allowing you to use SD cards. But yeah, that is a huge disadvantage with the Sony PS Vita. So when you get it, you have to get a memory card. I mean, there's no other way around it. You're going to need to get a memory card. So you have to set out extra funds. You might not be able to get a game. You might have to use that money for a game on a memory card. At least a 4GB if you're going to get disc games. But if you're going to get download, I recommend you getting a 32. And you saw how much that costs. So, yeah, guys. But now I'm going to mention the honorable mentions for the advantages and then the honorable mentions for the disadvantages right now. The first honorable mention of the advantage is that the Sony PS Vita is region lock. I mean, not region lock. I mean, it's region free. If you guys don't know what region free is, region free means that you can get any game from any country and play it on your PS Vita, and you don't have to get the system from that country. But the 3DS is region lock, which I find really dumb. But I heard a week ago on YouTube, someone found an exploit to get it from being region lock. You have to check that out, something like that. But yeah, that is an honorable mention. So now the honorable mention for the disadvantage. Now guys, this honorable mention for the disadvantage might not matter much, but the dumb thing is that with remote play, you cannot play PlayStation 3 games, which I thought was really dumb. You can play PlayStation 4 games with remote play, but I find it a real disadvantage because I can't afford the next gen consoles. And I really want to play the PlayStation 3 games on my PS Vita, but you can't do that. But for some reason, you can do it on PlayStation 4. Makes no sense to me. I don't really get it. But yeah, that is the honorable mention, guys. But I also want to say before this video ends, please comment, like, subscribe. And also, it is my friend's birthday, JMON Johnson. So happy birthday out there. And yeah, have a great birthday. And this video was dedicated to him. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Game on. Tech Game Boy out.